Hello, this is Magic Happened in my first video or second, I think it's second, okay. So this is gonna be a tutorial on Project Ozone 3 on an EMC farm that I designed myself, you could say. Okay, so let's get over the basics and how it works. It works on a mob duplicator that's duplicating Abyssalcraft anti-player because zombies don't work, because this mob is currently blacklisted in the mob duplicator. So what I'm using is the mob duplicator duplicating the anti-player with him holding a shulker box full of compressed obsidian ×8, which is 2.75 G EMC. I don't know what that means, but we'll go with it. So first of all, you'll want to build kind of a structure for them to spawn. This is not necessary. This is this is like mobs that I've been keeping so I could use them to, like, I have been animating two of them. Well, this is how we get the essence. If you see here, I have built a mob farm, and if I put my epilarity, or however you pronounce it, in there, it's gonna give me a lot of solidified experience. Currently I have it all set to go to my EMC thing, but because I have already like 1,000 levels here, but that's not important. So I put like 300 levels should be enough. Fluid dictionary converter from liquid XP to essence, and then this is not necessary, but I recommend ender fluid conduit. You pump that into the mob duplicator. Make sure to enable exact copy, because that's how you get them to actually hold the shulker box. And the way it's set up, you see it's not currently running because I've set it up in a way so it doesn't overload with shulker boxes. It's gonna be less efficient. You can expand this to make more of this extracting from the shulker boxes mechanism, and you can use different conduits. I've used the resonant servos from thermal dynamics, and this is let me show how this is working. We have a mob crusher right here with range add-on and fortune add-on, and as you can see, the mob duplicator just worked for a second. I'll explain later. So every item drop collects here. I've set it up so loot bags go over here. The drawer controller is completely unnecessary here. I just put it because I had a little bit more drawers, then I forgot to remove it. This is quite important, but not really. So if the mob crusher overloads with items, that could take the items that overload and don't get put into the mob crusher. I don't know, I haven't tested it enough, but I've just put it there so no item is gonna get left out. So what next? We have a priority of 9 over here. It doesn't have to be exactly 9, but make sure it's the almost highest priority, so loot bags don't go over here. As you can see, I put it to 10 on the loot bags, so if we would have gotten loot bags over here, that would have been bad. And I put it on insert on any channel you want, it doesn't really matter. I put an advanced item filter because I haven't really figured it out how it works, but it's really simple. You can use a basic item filter. All you have to do is match metadata. Do not match NBT data because it'll look for a certain EMC value. And my problem with this is for some reason I'm getting a different value EMC. You can't really see it right now, but you'll see it later. So how it works, the dispenser is getting the full shulker boxes with the valuable items in them, like a really expensive item like this 8 times compressed obsidian. It puts it down. This comparator detects it's full and sends a redstone signal to disable this auto breaker. This auto breaker set is to deactivation, so that auto breaker will not break the purple shulker box if it's not empty. As you can see, it's not breaking, and once it's empty, it's gonna break. And I added like a redstone torch here, above a note block above a redstone torch, to let me know when purple shulker box have been broken. You can do that if you want, but it's your thing. By the way, it's really important because the breaker breaks it and gets the item. If you don't want all of this kind of ground to overload with empty shulker boxes, I recommend you put an absorption hopper. Lag spike. Okay, I recommend you put an absorption hopper and a breaker connected to the personal EMC link. It doesn't have to be that. You could store the, well, I mean, you could store it in like a drawer or something, all these compressed obsidian, but I mean the personal EMC works just fine. So if you got to that point, I recommend using that. So what is this comparator? This comparator detects how many purple shulker boxes are in this dispenser, because if we overload this small storage crate, we're just gonna lose out on EMC. And losing out on EMC means we're losing more mob essence and more power, but you'll still gain the same amount of EMC because this is working as fast as it can, and when it gets to a certain amount of shulker boxes, this redstone signal will lower down until there is no power over here, and it will power the redstone torch, will say, hey, there is not enough shulker boxes in this dispenser, and it will turn this mob duplicator back on, which will release more shulker boxes for this dispenser. It's quite easy to make. As I said, you could use a different item for extraction over here, because I don't know, I wanted to use translocators or what are these called from extra utilities, the transfer nodes with the upgrades, but they haven't, because the shulker box breaks, it'll break with it, so there is not really much point. If you have a new way to extract it that is better, just let me know in the comments. And by the way, you could use, this is what I've got for power. This is not really giving me issues, but this is what I use for powering. It's not really requiring a lot of power because this redstone signal made it super efficient, because it doesn't have to run all the time and waste all of these shulker boxes. So as I said, this solidified experience drawer can go instead of the drawer controller. There is really no point for that, and I haven't really thought about what we'll do for the armor, but you can actually do something for it. Oh, by the way, this is set to insert extract, so the armor gets inserted here, but once the shulker boxes can go inside this dispenser, they will. So I think I have gone all. Oh, and this lever, if you want to cancel the auto breaker for like short time, for like doing something with it, you can turn this lever on, and even if the shulker box is completely empty, it's gonna stay on this redstone signal, and this shulker box will not get broken. So that's kind of a thing that if you want to check something or do something with the machine, you can do it. Other than that, the second mob duplicator is not really a thing you have to get, because I'm not really using it, but I'm keeping it here because why not? Well, you can add a second one and just, but I don't really see the point. One is working just fine, although I put some upgrades in it. This lamp is not really necessary, like this is very unnecessary, but it's just so if when the mob duplicator is on, this lamp will turn on as well, but I don't really see a point in that lamp. I can break it if I want to, but for 1 minute this machine approximately generates about 38 TXE, 38 T or trillion or whatever it is, EMC. So that is a thing, and I'm sure some of you are sick of the node block, but I decided to put it there. And you see this dispenser is failing a lot, and you'll hear the sound. I just have a portable sound damper from Random Things, so if you want to get near this, I recommend you use this. I think we're pretty much done here, so if you liked this grinder or sort of thing, you can leave a like and maybe subscribe. That'll help me, motivate me to make more of these types of videos, and hope you enjoyed this video. So I'll see you next time.